Hello folks, this is Travis from Elliston Equine Solutions here at the Clopton Cattle Company, and today we're going to talk about it is the season for all kinds of stickiness. I'm telling you, the grass, you walk through it, there's something bound to stick to you. It's going to poke you, it's going to poke your dog's paws, it's going to just be everywhere. And as you can see today, I have a pair of jeans on, don't have no stickers, don't have no burs, doesn't have anything like that. Now there's various types of stickers throughout the region. You have sand burs, you got cockaburs, you got the infamous Texas goat heads and so forth that love to pop out its ugly heads during this type of the season. All right, whether it be fall, whether it be winter time, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demonstrate just walking through this tall grass right here off to my right, and come back out and show you everything that sticks to you. And it isn't fun. Here we go. Normally when you're riding horseback, your horses get a little bit of stickers in them, but the dogs really pick them up. Okay, so let's see what we picked up. All right, so these little guys right here are commonly known as a sand burr. All right, they got a lot of stickies. Normally you wear leather gloves and you take them off. But you imagine that getting stuck in the dog's paws. All right, I don't care how tough your feet are on your pet. These things will puncture their paws and make it very uncomfortable for them. They're poking, look at that, they're just poking the crap out of my thumb there. And they hurt, that one hurts right there. Whew! Can't believe I volunteered to demonstrate this for you. Whew! Okay, I mean, they get in everywhere. And they do hurt. My hands are calloused and they're still poking through. Look at all them. I got them everywhere. All right, so we're going to show you why we put the dog mocks on, as I call them, to help the dog out and be able to run through the grass and help us move cattle. So there we go. All right, folks, as you can see, this is the bottom of my boot, and this is strong rubber. These are not my riding boots, they're my work boots. Occasionally I'll ride with them, but you can see that they puncture the bottom of the rubber of the cowboy boots. So just imagine the paws of your livestock dog running around. Okay, it's pretty grueling, pretty gruesome. Okay, so there's a good demonstration why we use the moccasins on the dog's paws out in this country. And I hope this tips helps you out with these dog paws. They actually come from Australia, and we'll cover more about that in the future. Thank you. All right, folks, so you can see that dog's already picked up one of these sand burs, more than likely. They'll pick up she got the hind leg picked up, so I guarantee there's one inside there. So what we're gonna do is, she's trying to get it out herself. And if we can't help her out, normally we pick her up and then we take the sand burr out. So we're going to demonstrate that, and also we're going to have a demonstration of putting the Moccasins on. That's not the company's name, but that's what Travis calls them, dog mocks. Hopefully that's not a patented word out there. Okay, so you can see we're inspecting the paws right now, removing any of the stickers might be caught in between the webbing of the paws, in between the pads, and we got them all removed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about these boots that belong to dogs. So I'm going to introduce you to Kristen here. She's the rancher of the Clopton Cattle Company, and her family's been using these version of dog paw covers for a long time. And without no further ado, I'm going to let her explain all these cool things. And not to mention, I better introduce our guest demonstrator here. This is Rue, a Catahoula breed of a cattle dog, and she loves to work cattle. She gets excited when it comes time for that. All right, so what do we got here?
So this is Rue. She is a Louisiana Catahoula leopard dog, which is a breed of dogs that was developed in Louisiana primarily for chasing wild hogs, wild pigs in the swamps down there. But they're a hound dog that's a high drive working dog that is used for all kinds of things. From some people use them hunting mountain lions and other game, and they make an excellent cow dog with their natural instincts. So in the past, I've had lots of border collies, Australian shepherds, and a Catahoula is easily right up there with a border collie or an Australian shepherd as far as the smarts, as the brains. They're a very intelligent dog and also very tough. So if we're going to talk about putting boots on a dog, I don't want you thinking this dog is a wimp. I mean, she's only 1.5 years old, but she goes with me all day, every day, and probably puts on 6 to 8 to 10 miles a day in really rough country, sharp rocks, stickers, cactus, everything, and is unfazed by it. This dog will run right through cactus chasing cattle and is never fazed. Some of the little normal stickers that are out here all the time, goat heads and others, don't even faze her. It's the sand burs that really get to her. And so certain times a year, at the late fall and early winter, after a good monsoon season like we've had now, the stickers are just in abundance. So she doesn't wear these dog boots all of the time. You know, 99% of the time her feet are tough and she does just fine on her own. But right now, for a few weeks here, when we're trying to work cattle, it's just impossible for the poor little thing to not have sand burs in her all the time. So these are a little leather dog boot. They're often known, if you go to try and Google it or look it up, it's an Australian leather dog boot. Probably 20-30 years ago, when I saw them and used them for the first time, we actually ordered them from Australia. But they're now made in the USA by a few companies. But you got to hunt for them. You're not going to find this at PetSmart or Tractor Supply. You're going to have to really hunt for them. And what they are is a little soft, thin, kind of suede piece of leather that folds around and laces up. The dog can still get stickers inside, and she occasionally does, but it's sure better than nothing. So we'll show you how to put them on. Come here, Roo. Come here, Miss Roo. Now, she's a pretty agreeable dog. I think she actually is smart enough to know that this helps. But if you had a dog that was a pain, I guess it would be difficult to get these on them. So you open up the laces a little bit. Slide the boot on there. These actually have 2 holes in the front where you stick her toenails. That helps with her still having her natural traction and helps keep the boot in place. You just work it up. These kind of already form fitted to her, but you can get them wet, or if she doesn't get them wet, you know, in a creek or in a trough pretty quick. That actually helps the leather adjust to her foot. So you lace it up like that. Just tie a regular shoestring knot on her. Like that. Double it up, because of course this is a dog. It's going to be running through brush and rocks. Tie some double knots, and there she is. So like I said, sometimes she will occasionally get a sticker in the side or a sticker in the boot with her. Nothing's perfect, but this helps her out a lot. There we are. 3 more to go.
Now, part of the design, folks, of there's a lot of boots out there for snow, a lot of boots out there for rain and so forth, but these are also designed for shed water. So water comes out, the feet get dried out from the air hitting through there. It's not getting moist, not sweating a whole lot, so that's the reason why they're designed this way. Has a lot of ventilation from the holes inside there. But like Kristen said, it's also an avenue for sometimes for the sandbirds to approach and enter. So you just gotta be cautious on that, and just be watchful of your dog. Help them out when one does get in there. And if you look there on design, the fronts are no different than the backs. The backs are no different than the fronts when you're putting them on.
You can see here how tough this dog's feet are. They're calloused and just like our hands on a hard-working dog. But the sandburs, just a little too much. Gotta get her toenails through there, those 2 middle toes. Stick out those holes. She's wiggling around a little bit. She's ready to go to work. Oh. But like I said, she's pretty compliant. I guess it would be difficult if you had a dog that wouldn't stand still and put up with this, but most well-trained dogs, you can make them behave. Now these boots won't last forever. I mean, they're, depending on the miles the dog puts on and the country, it may only last a couple of weeks. But if that's your season, when these stickers are the worst and you're trying to work cattle, whatever it takes to help the dog out. Come on, I don't need your help. Be still. And this seems to work better than anything we've ever found. Come here, dog. One more foot. Oh. Oh. Throughout the day, you may have to stop and help clean them out, retighten the strings, things like that. I put them on pretty tight, extremely tight, but the leather gives, the laces give, and of course, as soon as that dog starts running, it gives. So I've never had these chafe or wear on their foot. It's all natural leather product. Hey, oh. All right, Miss Rue's ready to go. Come on, Rue, let's go. Let's go. Come here, dog. Yep, boots are on.
All right, folks, we're gonna go chase some cattle. Go get her done. See this type of grass and dogs moving back and forth in front of the riders. They have a lot of stickers in here. And those dog moccasins, I like to call them, protect the dog's hooves, and we'll give a close-up to them later. Alright, so Beto's heading off. He's got his instructions on the circle. But the biggest thing I wanted while we're doing our circle is look at the dog here. Old Rue. Rue's got her moccasins on and she's going through this grass with no issues thanks to her dog mocks. She's sniffing the trail. Pretty soon she'll be tracking down some cattle to work without any injury, thanks to cock burs, Texas goat heads, and about anything else that has spikes on around here. And more on that later.
I come from a family of horsemen, ordained to the saddle at birth. For better or worse, neither blessing nor curse, just the reason God put me on earth.